What's going on? Back again. Another edition of Walks Buckeye Talks. Let's get let's get to it, man. Buckeyes had a hard fought win over Rutgers Saturday in Piscataway. We improved to 9-0, 6-0 in the conference. And hey man, the boys, like I said, they must respect us. I love how this team is gritty. I love how this team just always fights and don't quit, man. And I love the identity of this team. So let's get to it, man. Once again, before we get started, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Um, the Buckeyes first half was kind of just weird, right? If you're watching the game, we started out the first drive was like no juice. You know what I mean? Like no juice. Nobody's a fire starter. Then our defense goes down and stops them, and we get like a bad snap on a punt, so we got good field position, and we went down there and scored on a nice pass by Common Core. But other than that, second possession of the game, the rest of the first half, it was stalled by drops, penalties, sacks, inconsistent play, man. And the quarterback play, Common Core was 19 of 26, 189, QBR 79.8. He had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I thought early on he looked pretty good, at least navigating the pocket. To me, it was the navigating the pocket. I thought he missed two. He made two blitzers, jump in the air. He slid, got the ball out. Thought he stepped up in the pocket a few times, and they didn't help him also with the drops. But man, he's just like I said. I hate being too critical, and uh, and I think sometimes when you see CJ Stroud on Sundays, and it's like, man, this dude used to make it look so easy at Ohio State with all the weapons, but man, he is not CJ. He is not Haskins. He is not Fields. Uh, I don't even think he's JT Barrett, man. I'm being, and trust me, I respect JT Barrett, but I used to hate watching him play quarterback at times. But he was a winner. He was an ultimate leader. But man, Kyle McCord, gosh, he has flashes where it's like, okay, but man, he's just not. I don't know, man. And I hate to be so critical, and I hate to be so like down on our quarterback because he's undefeated. He's undefeated. He with a number one team in the nation. But man, if he could just navigate the pocket and get the ball, let it rip, and be consistent with his reads and just get the offensive moving and grooving, man. Gosh, it's just so stagnant when he's in there, man. It's just stagnant. And what made Justin Fields and CJ Stroud so special, and Dwayne Haskins, uh, like when they got behind schedule, it wasn't like a necessarily, well, we need to just be conservative and punt it. Like they could get you out of a third and 15, second and 12, third and 12. It wasn't necessarily like oh God, like check down, or he's gonna probably gonna run the ball, because they were that good with their arm talent. And the thing that frustrates me about Kyle is that through the weeks, like I haven't seen like that game where it was like, this is why he was a 5 star. This is why he was the starting quarterback at Ohio State. This is more like it. I haven't seen it all year. Like I think I tweeted this. If Ohio State plays a top 20 defense, like statistically, like they're good defense, playing against good competition, they're good defense, where Rutgers was, Penn State was, Notre Dame was, Wisconsin was. They were like a top 25, top 30 defense. I'm not saying we will, but we will always have a chance to maybe get upset. And that's sad to say, but he doesn't take advantage of the weapons. He don't see the field enough, and he doesn't have the arm talent to really go down the field, drive after drive, and defeat a good defense. And that's what's so frustrating because I believe this team can win it all. With this defense, I think this team can, but I just haven't seen it, man. Like you saw it with Stroud. I don't care what people say. He has some off games, but you saw the talent. It flashed more than once. It wasn't an inconsistent. Well, he looks good this throw, or he looks bad. Like I'll take year one starter CJ Stroud over Kyle any day. And just the truth, you saw like against Oregon, even though CJ Stroud we lost that game, his first year start. Like you saw the talent. It was like, man, this dude arm talent is. You could just tell. Like I don't see it with Kyle, man. I don't see it. I know everybody praises him about being so calm, cool, and collective. And I know at the end of the day, I mean, we're undefeated, but man, he has to get it going. He has to become a fire starter for us. He has to get some juice in his body to get himself together. I don't know what juices him up, man, but he was playing at home. Like you're from New Jersey. Usually players play good from their home state. And he looks like no energy, you know what I mean? And like I said, I hate to be critical. That's not what this platform is for, but for us to take that next step to go to Ann Arbor to beat him, he has to play good over the next two goods. He has to get the confidence because I believe it's opportunity downfield to throw the ball, but he doesn't trust himself. He doesn't have the confidence, and that's scary. You're 9 games in, man. You gotta let it rip. You got the talent, we got the weapons, let it rip. But that's my point of view of Kyle McCord. Like I said, I hate to be so critical on him, but he I understand, and I'm a big firm believer, like you are who you are. Like Kyle McCord is who he is. You know, it just is what it is. But he can be better. He can get the offense started faster and better. You know, and that's the key when trying to upset a team or you're trying to go there on a roll. You got to keep the juice going. You got to keep the momentum. You got to push the pile. You got to get the offense started. You got to score points in. It's just I haven't seen it yet for him, especially when it's like critical points of the game where it's like we got it. Well, I'll take that back. Last week at Wisconsin when they tied it, he went down and scored, but he has to do that more consistently. But that's my run on Kyle McCord, man. He's undefeated. His first year starter. Uh, Definitely room for improvement. I thought he had a little bit more control in the pocket this week, but he is who he is. He is who he is. It's just frustrating because I feel like we have the defense to kind of take us the whole way. But man, who knows? Who knows? Who knows about this team? But let's move to the running backs, man. That boy Trevion Henderson was doing his thing, man. He looks fresh. He looks athletic. And I'll be the first to tell you I wasn't really sold on Trevion Henderson. I thought his freshman year he played outstanding, but his sophomore year he was bad. But like he's got that J.K. Dobbins junior year urgent sense of urgency about himself, man. Because man, that dude is running hard. He's quick. He's like his vision has got better. He ain't bouncing everything. He's getting hard yards. Oh man, he was beautiful the last couple of games. He was beautiful last Saturday. The way he was running the ball, hard, strong, and that dude, he might be the fastest player in college. That dude is fast, man. He is like super duper fast, like outrunning angles. Like man, that dude is fast. But he hit him up with 22 carries with a buck 28. He had one touchdown. I think his longest one was 27. But he has so many good runs, 6 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards. I feel like he always kept us on schedule. That's the O line, man. I'll get to him in a second, but to me watching the game, the run game wasn't perfect, but I feel like Rucker was playing too high safeties a cover two look, and I feel like that's what you need to do if they're going to try to take away the pass, which is weird because we haven't been passing the ball good all year, and maybe they thought that their front seven can stop us, but I feel like we always ran the ball consistently. We always kept it going 6 yards, 7 yards. It's just sometimes we just don't sustain drives like we should, and to me that's the quarterback fault. But I thought Trevion ran hard. I love the the pull in the guard and the tackle, the zone. I love that. We did ran some stretch, but I thought it was just money in the bank, man. I thought the O line they took a step forward. You know what I mean? And Trevion ran well. Xavier had only a carry. I think we should get him more carries. Like I said, you've been listening to the pod, listen to the reaction videos. I love Xavier Johnson running jet sweeps, getting the ball in his hands. He's so smooth. Like I said, he's a lot. He's to me, he's a better runner with the ball in his hands than a Mecca. Mecca's a better receiver and a better player. But when they have the ball in his hand, I like Xavier the way he can make people miss, he can get out in the open field. Uh, Abuka is like a straight line, powerful runner, which is nothing wrong with that. But he's not real shifty like Xavier. But he only had one carry. I think we could have got him more carries, got him a little bit more involved. Uh, Chip Chip had 2 carries for 6 yards. He's more so used for a blocker. I love that 2 back set. That's going back to Trussell days. Putting two backs back there. I like that. I like that set. I think we should do a lot more things off that formation. Maybe even in the red zone, get Devin Brown back there. And oh man, that'd be brutal, right? It's just I think Ryan Day cooking up something, man. I really do. But but no, I mean, I thought the running game was very solid this week. Against that's 2 weeks in a row. I feel like the running game's been solid. O line is turning and moving people. I like to see it, man. If we can get those tight ends blocking, God, I mean, we were like this close from a tight end pull to seal a guy to bursting 60, 70 yarders the whole game. Man, tight ends, I don't know, man. Gosh, Lee, I miss Luke Farrell, man. I do, man. I miss that dude can block. I miss him, man. Man, that dude could block. I miss the pulling the tight ends and sealing the block because Cade is not the best blocker. G is not the best blocker. Like, man, they got to find some blocking tight ends. Hopefully next year, that freshman that looks like a giant on the sideline, I can't think of his name right now, but hopefully we can get him to block, man. He can be like the big kid from Georgia last year. That's like 6'8" that can block, man, because we need some tight end because like that counter pull game, if we can just seal that guy from that tight end, I'm telling you, it was there all day. Like Carry probably could have rushed for 200 yards. But but I'm satisfied with the run game. This is back to back weeks, so I like the progress. Let's get to the receivers. Like I said, they had a pretty overall like average day. Nothing too serious. I believe Trey led the team in receiving. He had that 60 yarder. That was a check down that he broke to the sideline, outran the angle, cut it upfield, and got like 60 yards. He had 5 catches for 80 yards. Carnell had 2 for 31. Freshman. If we got a quarterback, if we had a quarterback that could really space it out and get and sling the ball around, I'm telling you that dude is it. But Emeka uh was 4 for 29. Didn't really look like himself, but he got to get the rust off. He got to get the rust off. So it's good to see him back out there. I think this week it'll be better. And Marv, he only had 4 catches, 25 yards, 2 touchdowns. I love that back shoulder fade though. Another weapon in the end zone, right? Get down there, another weapon. Back shoulder throw. I like that, man. I like that throw. I like that throw. I like the fade. Been calling for that all year. Just throw it up to Marv, man. Like, and I understand if you miss it, a pick it is 6. I understand. I understand Ryan Day, his calling. But man, perfected that dude. If you throw it up, he's gonna go get it, or at least a back shoulder fade. I think that's a great play to use for Marvin Harrison. So, uh, like I said, receivers had a pretty average day. Wasn't nothing special. Hopefully, don't hurt Marv Heisman chances with those 2 touchdowns. But they really didn't. To me, they didn't target him a lot. And I believe Kyle McCord missed him a few times also. So, but all in all, it was a pretty average day for them. O line, like I stated, man, that's 2 weeks in a row. Not perfect, not pretty. We still having issues with picking up the blitz. Like back to back weeks, man. Like we were perfect against Penn State, a team who sends all kind of blitzers, exotic blitzers with Manny Diaz. But Wisconsin and Rutgers, like they send blitzers and we can't pick them up to save our lives. Miscommunications. We got to get that fixed because in Michigan, they gonna send blitzers. They gonna make Kyle McCord frustrated back there. We got to pick up that blitz and get them comfortable, man, because this is 2 back-to-back weeks where I'm starting to get concerned with the communication, man. We got people blocking 2 guys blocking the same guy and letting people run free, man. Like, come on, man. Like, let's go, dude. You need to have your head on a swivel and check to see what's going on. Like, stop getting so focused on that double team block. Get off the hit them, get off the block because you know somebody's coming. That's what we'd have to do. I don't know if they got a certain call, but that's back to back weeks. And that happened like twice against Rutgers. 2 guys went free one time. Kyle McCord pump faked him and went under it. And then one guy we got a sack. So we got to clean that up, man. But I thought the pass blocking is getting like it's not getting better. Like I felt like the pass blocking was good early in the year, and the run blocking was terrible. It's like flip flop. The pass blocking is not been consistent enough for me, and the run blocking has looked really good. Uh, but that's just how this team is, man. I can't get a read on this team to be honest with you. But kudos to the offensive line. They played two high safeties. That's what you're supposed to do. If you're not gonna load the box, you're not gonna put a safety down there. Run the ball game. That's how I view it. It might not look pretty. Receivers might get mad, but get that O line getting better, pushing people around. I thought we did that past two games, man. Rucker played two highs, cover two look. I thought we ran the ball effectively. It wasn't pretty at times, but I thought we did. I think everybody thinks that when you run the ball consistently, it needs to go for 10 every pop. We just want to be consistent. 6 here, 7 here, 5 here, 2nd and 5. That's manageable. 3rd and 4, 3rd and 2. You know what I mean? And I also think we picked up every short yardage yard that we drive that we had in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I know we did pretty good against Wisconsin too. So those are manageable. I like that. I like that mean the offensive line is getting pushed. On that touchdown in the second, third quarter, Trevion, I think it was stretch. Everybody was moving people, getting just enough, cut back, boom, beautiful. That looked like 2019 J.K. Dobbins running stretch. Everybody moving out the way. You just got to find your gaps, boom, 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 get in that end zone, man. So I like to see that. I like to see the offensive line getting better as the game goes on also, wearing on people. So kudos to the offensive line of moving people around a little bit. Uh, but still got to build, still got to get better because uh, we got the game in a few weeks. So, but kudos to the offensive line. I give credit when credit's due, man. And they did their thing. So, uh, defense on the defensive side, man, they look tired. They look tired. To me, they did. They look tired. Not having Denzel, which that was weird. Not having Denzel, need got to get Lathan back, man. You got to get that kid back. He just sets the tone for the defense. That's what they were missing mostly, but he was a tone setter. Proctor played good, but we got too many injuries. They said Tommy went out with an injury. Proc got banged up. I think he's gonna be our captain. That was just concussion protocol. Lathan's out, Denzel's out. But they look tired, man. To me, they look fatigued. Uh, just my opinion. There's still no excuse to give up 200 on the ground, but one of them, the long one was like a trick that was like done perfectly. I thought we read it well, but we just missed the tackle right there. But they look gas, man. But that's what happens when you're always on the field. You're always trying to win a game. You're always stopping people. Like they look like they didn't have their legs under them. But I mean, that's just the depth, man. Hopefully, these next couple games we can kind of get players in there. We can get up early and trying to rotate players because they look tired. They need to be fresh. They got to get fresh, man. They look, like I said, they look tired that Saturday, in my opinion. But they still rose to the occasion. That defense is so much hard. I credit to Jim Knowles. They just play with so much heart and determination and so much grit. And I think that's like I said, your identity of your coach. And I think that's what Jim Knowles type of guy he is. Philly guy, East Coast guy, tough. That's just who they are, man. And I think they'll never stop being that long. We see the D coordinator, but to me they just look tired. But Jordan Hancock had a big interception that kind of changed the game. Uh, I was sitting there and Rucker was driving. It's 9-7, third quarter. They running clock down. I'm like, man, like we need to hold them to a field goal. Like if they score right here, we in some trouble. And it was like a bang bang, and I didn't even see him catch the ball. He just running, and that to me that just changed the momentum of the game, and kind of they never could get it back. So big play, man. Like I said, this team, like I just can't get a read on this team, but it has like that 0-2 vibe to it. Like it's so weird, man. Like Ohio State has like it's like this 0-2 vibe to it. Like they look out of the game. They look like stuff is not going for them, but then it's like boom, pick six. Like Maryland, right? Looked like Maryland got caught sleepwalking. Maryland punched him in the mouth, and it was like boom, Proctor pick six. Boom, Lathan Ransom pick. It was like boom, 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 boom. It's like man, this defense shows it up. Offense, slow first half, then all of a sudden it's like fourth here, 21 points here. It's like quick, you know what I mean? Like we're driving, Marv get a touchdown, Marv get another touchdown. And the fact that we've been doing this really with probably our two best weapons outside of Marvin with Emeka and Travion, this team ceiling is so high, but I don't know if they're going to ever reach it this year. You know what I mean? I think this team could be so much better, but I just can't get a read on them, right? But they just have something about them. Maybe it's the veteran, maybe it's because they were like a field goal away from Georgia, and it's like they got that sense of confidence, like, man, we are we know how we've been battle tested, we know how to get through these games, and they just find a way. But I just like I said, I just feel like this team got like something about them. I can't put a read on them, but it's like a little bit of weird luck slash it slash we're better than what we're showing kind of vibe to them. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's a weird combination, but that's just how I feel, man. Like, it's just weird stuff's happens with this team, and just how they win is it's a gritty team. You know what I mean? It's not really a flashy team. They grind them out. Every game is gonna be a grinder. Maybe Michigan State, because you're at home, you're feeding off the energy. It's we in the shoe. It's at night. If we can't come out and blow Michigan State out, I just think that's the type of team that we are. We're just a grinder, make it ugly, bruising type team. Because man, we should be up. This should be the horseshoe should be rocking. It's a night game. We in brand new uniforms. Man, I think this is. I'm trying to think. Is this the only night game we had all year? That's a shame, but I think so. But man, we should blast Michigan State. So, but so far, man, I can't really complain. All the haters with the Buckeyes said, hey, they're gonna have 2 or 3 losses. This is gonna be a step back for the Buckeyes. Michigan's taking over the Big Ten now. This is Penn State's year. The Buckeyes they're gonna lose to Penn State. Michigan got them. Notre Dame and that on the road to Wisconsin. That look like that might be a loss. Luke Fickle coming playing his old team, and we're sitting here undefeated #1 team. So if you're a Buckeye fan, man, you got to give credit to Ryan Day as coaching staff and the players. But man, we battling, man, and I love this about this team. They some battlers. They battle, they fight, they claw, and this team is gonna be hard to beat, man. When you like, it's something that's said from a team that always finds a way to win. I'm telling you, those are the hardest teams to beat. If you ever play sports or you had a team that it's like you couldn't get over that hump, or it's like, man, they just always find a way to win because those type of teams are just they have something about them that makes them glue and makes them dig deep when they need to and they find a way. And this is what this team shows. It's the grit in this team. And and I'm just looking forward to how the season plays out. I'm already excited because this team wasn't supposed to be 9-0. Like I've been on Twitter, podcasts, they thought Ohio State was going to take a step back. No matter how much they hate, they didn't expect us to do this. They didn't expect us to be in this position. So you got to love it, especially in college football, man. These are kids, don't know what they're going on through life. As you can see, it's upsets all the time. This I always say, I almost tell people, man, you just got to win and survive. Let everything play out. Just go 1-0 every week. That's all it's about. You get to the playoffs, you got preparation, you'll get better. You got reps, you got practices. So people get better. Right now, just 1-0. And I'm proud of this team. And so yeah, man. So let's get we got Michigan State next week. Like I said, I've already talked about it. It's a night game. We got the gray unis. I expect us to come out there blazing, man. Like no ifs and buts about it. We got to come out there blazing. We need to come out and set the tone and have a performance. We need one of these games, just a confidence builder. But we got through this difficult stretch that I talked about. I said that Penn State, Wisconsin, Brecker was going. It went exactly how I wanted to go. We beat Penn State. We came out. We fought. We declawed. We beat Wisconsin, and I knew this Rutgers team was going to be feisty. We overcame it. So, hey man, I'm proud of this team. And like I said, they might not like us, but they gotta respect us, man. And before I get out of here, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Give me some feedback. And Buckeyes 9-0. Won't hear me complain other than Kyle McCord needs to play better because this team can do it, man. But other than that, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you this week with an analysis of Michigan State versus the Ohio State in the horseshoe primetime game. Great uniforms. It's going to be a good environment. So, but till next time, peace out.